Here we are with our Week 8 NFL picks. It's been a fun couple of weeks so far. I wish I had my record on here. I don't think I'm doing too good, but regardless, here are my Week 8 NFL predictions. Vikings starting off with the Rams on Monday night or Thursday night football. Give me the Vikings to win this game. Coming off that loss against the Lions, a rough loss against the Lions last week, playing against a really battered and bruised up Rams team who honestly are looking to be moving at the trade deadline in a couple weeks. You have the Bengals playing the Eagles. I think the Bengals are over losing. I think they've had some really close ones that they've lost, like against the Ravens. I think they would love to have that game back. I think they beat the Eagles, even though they're red hot after the Eagles are coming off that Thursday night football game against the Giants. So give me the Bengals to win that game. I know I went for my Saints for the past 2 weeks, 3 weeks, but for some reason I'm still feeling it. Chargers had a rough loss last week. I think like pretty much down to the wire. I'm gonna take the Saints. It is what it is. Yeah, let me know what y'all think about that. Ravens play the Browns. Jameis Winston's in now. Maybe this opens up that Browns offense. Maybe Jameis Winston can lead them past the Ravens. I don't think so. I think that Ravens offense is red hot. I think the Ravens offense can beat almost any team except the Chiefs because they already lost to the Chiefs. But they can beat a lot of teams in the NFL. They're going to destroy that Browns defense, and I think the Browns are going to start entering a rebuild here soon. Give me the Ravens to win that game. The Lions play the Titans. Titans, their offense is depleting. They went and traded on DeAndre Hopkins this week. There's no coming back. There's no staying in this. I think the Titans bend the knee and they lose this game against the Lions to get a good draft pick. Lions, one of the best teams in NFC, will probably be in the Super Bowl this season because representing the NFC. Give me the Lions to win that game, obviously. Bills versus the Seahawks. Both of these teams are coming off of big blowout wins. That can help this offense. I think Keon Coleman will now be elevated now that the Bills have picked up Amari Cooper. I love what that offense can do now, especially with Coleman at that position at that number 2 slot. He can be a dominant force in the NFL. And then you have the Seahawks. Their defense is back, led by their new head coach. Their offense is clicking. Geno is clicking. This team can be good. This team will be good in the NFC, but I'm going to take the Bills to win this game in a close one. The Bears, who are 4-2, coming off a bye week. The Commanders without Jalen Daniels now. What does that look like? I think they still get the win. I think that defense is one of the top in the leagues. I think they will really show and put CJ Stroud. Sorry, Caleb Williams in his place, and I think the Commanders win that game. Speaking of CJ Stroud, the Texans will play the Colts. Texans are coming off of a rough loss against the Green Bay Packers, a top team in NFC. I think we look at it right now. I think the Texans win this game inside of the division, and I think the Colts, they're having a rough season when it comes to the quarterback play. Anthony Richardson obviously coming back from that injury. He played pretty questionable last week. CJ Stroud also only with I think he said 86 passing yards. So yeah, I think the Texans turn it up and they blow out the Colts this week. Jacksonville Jaguars coming back from their trip to London. They play the Green Bay Packers. Packers are rolling right now, one of the best teams in the league. I take the Packers and Jordan Love and that incredible offense and incredible defense to win this game against Jacksonville with ease. The Panthers starting Bryce Young again this week after Andy Dalton was involved in a car accident. He is okay, sore thumb. But they play the Denver Broncos. Broncos coming off of a big blowout against my New Orleans Saints. It is what it is. I think the Broncos win this game as well. And the Panthers try to find a draft pick. I think Bryce plays better though. He plays better than the beginning of the season. I think he can hold his own. For this next couple of weeks as long as he has to be there. Chiefs newly acquired DeAndre Hopkins this week from the Tennessee Titans. Look to see him elevate even more what this Chiefs team is. It's just going to be ridiculous what this Chiefs team's going to be now. They're 6-0 or 7-0, and they're now going to continue to be expanded to the greatness that this team is. The rich just got richer, and I think this is an easy win against the Raiders. The Miami Dolphins play the Arizona Cardinals. Dolphins don't have a quarterback, but the thing is, I'm hearing that Tua Tagovailoa is potentially trying to come back this week or next week. I think it's a dumb decision. I think retirement or at least the end of the season should be on the docket. But hey, I'm not the player or the GM. But the Cardinals, I think, will win this football game, and it'll be a pretty close one. But the Dolphins' offense is just like zero without a quarterback completely. The Jets, newly acquired receiver in Devontae Adams. They are gonna look to get their first win with him. I don't think they do, and I blame a washed up Aaron Rodgers, man. Like, he's just not the quarterback of old. He's not the MVP of old, and so I'm taking Drake May, who's been balling so far at New England, to beat the Jets this week. The Dallas Cowboys coming off their bye week. They play the San Francisco 49ers. 49ers are getting riddled with injuries. I looked this week. I think Debo was have like flu and lung fluid or something. Brandon Ayuk is out with an ACL or Achilles, one of the two. Chris McCaffrey's still out. Brock Purdy isn't playing well. I mean, this team is just getting from bad to worse. The news is just getting from bad to worse. I think the Cowboys get an easy one here. And I think the Niners start to look at the trajectory of their season and start shaking their heads that it's going to be a rough one. You got the Falcons versus Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Buccaneers has lost their number 1 and 2 receiver this week against on Monday Night Football against the Ravens. What's his face? Mike Evans is out indefinitely until at least week 10, or no, at least week 12, and Chris Godwin is out as well for at least 6 weeks. So I think we see both of those two guys out for a majority of time this season. And I think this is an easy win for the Falcons, and the Falcons pretty much are going to win the NFC South. I'll go ahead and claim that for them. And then Monday Night Football, the Steelers play the Giants. I think the Steelers get an easy win here. The Giants aren't the best team. Their offense, their defense are all minute, not really the best. I would love to see Daniel Jones play a little bit better, but give me the Steelers to win this game and their defense. Their offense got going. It looks a lot better under productive wise anyway under Russell Wilson. So give me the Steelers to win this football game.